This is what I like doing, and I can kind of, it's the only way I can relax, really, because I'm so focused on something different. I kind of wanted to be played out by Mr. Borland, but I've gone with the war stories. Panther. The narrator uses his same voice to narrate everyone's story. I believe he's had many tours himself, but he receives stories from other service men and women. Very confusing when he doesn't put on funny voices. So for ages I thought there were like loads and loads and loads of gay men, but it turns out a lot of the women he doesn't put on a female voice. Phantom tanks. Jinn. Iraq, like they ghost encounters, like they encounter I will totally wear the accusation that this is not a sign of being a fan of war stories, but I have learned a hell of a lot because they're not all supernatural. There are some plain old, just spooky. I have to call them spooky, the war stories. They're just spooky because it's fucking war. It's just like being stalked by real monsters. And using, anti-tank tech. Like strategic, like not like getting in through the turret, kind of burning people alive inside. And just really spooky other stuff, like meeting another sort of like battalion or squad, or I can platoon, or I'm really not sure about the different divisions, but I understand the point of the different divisions. I just don't understand but running into what you think is another, like, do you have squads and platoons, or platoons and squads, or whatever? Like, you're never gonna know everybody, but you rely on their uniforms and stuff, and then finding out that they're fucking not who they say they are. Like, that is spooky, and it's not supernatural. The Nazi ghost town. Yeah, I'm into this stuff. I love Mr. Borland, but this is better for my sort of background. I find it just strangely comforting. I'm not sure if the narrator zhuzhes the stories, or if he just goes with the original dialogue presented. I don't know. Yeah, just quite often I won't say devolves, but it's kind of like, I don't, like when I started watching the channel, I wouldn't assume that I started watching it in chronological order. And I think channels like this sort of shift depending on sort of audience feedback. I used to follow a historian's war channel until there was like a massive bar brawl in the comments about whether Nazis were socialists or not. Oh, sorry, if Nazis were fascists. And this guy's name's Tick History. I have to say he made a pretty weak argument for them not being fascists. But there was a lot of argumentation about what really defines a fascist. I tend to say it's a Mussolini thing, and it had a specific purpose that was quite different from Hitler's purpose. Like, he was an evil fucking son of a bitch, Stalin, but the Italians, it is a little bit more acceptable to be nationalist. Like, let's protect our nation. Japan does it, like, you're not coming in if you don't have Japanese values, like, fuck you. It's a little bit different from doing that, just murdering everyone who wasn't a fascist, which was not a pejorative, it just meant, grouping together in unity. La la la. The side effect of that was murdering loads of people who weren't terribly keen about the idea as it actually revealed itself to be, or evolved to become, when Stalin found himself a little bit, so not Stalin, for fuck's sake, Mussolini found himself a little bit frustrated, as so many fucking commies do, that not everyone wants to be a fucking commie with me. And it turns out those people have to die. It's ever so peaceful, for the good of the all. Um, but I have to draw a distinction between that and everyone who's not blonde and white has to die. You know, like there's a, you've got to say one is worse than the other. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about Stalin. But I'm kind of confused. I'm sure there's some serious relevance there. I should just listen to the story. I'm quite easy to please, really. You know, I'm quite low maintenance, I think. I think as far as the context goes, I don't think it takes very much for me to be happy. And I don't want to be in a world that's hell-bent on taking everything that makes my life worth living. And to threaten me with that every day. We might kick you out tomorrow. Everybody here, you know, if they've been here for a few weeks, they've modified their homes. I think these are lovely apartments. I love my apartment. But you've got to modify it a bit if you're here for more than, you know, what motels are usually used for, which is a short stay, maybe a week. You've got to move shit in. You've got to like make a life work. That's why I've, you know, made my shoe. I never know if I'm actually showing, but my shoe rack and and I've making my God, it looks like something from Midsummer, but it's really just, I'm just trying to make a clothes rack, and I realise it doesn't have to be like a ladder. It can be the opposite of a ladder, like the inverse of a ladder. There's nothing that says like it has to have two sides. I think it's better if it has three of those things sticking out the side, and I can hang stuff off it, use it better. And then I've got a plank of wood at the front, which I'm still trying to glue down. The process. And that can hang like a kind of jacket on, and then other things. And then I'm going to create a bit of a more solid base. But I'm probably not going to, you see. I have. Oh, it's so sad. It's just one of those particular things that really gets me in my heart. People make plans for their life not going to be here. And I saw Fee go through that with Reeds and how she was busy making little cosmetic renovations to their house. And her last really big project, and it was big because it was very involved and very fucking expensive, getting a custom designed stained glass window from their front door, which was just like a ray of sunshine, stylized sunshine. Just taking it a bit slow. Just getting a little bit you really don't want to get a kind of vegetation thing going. I have not abused the clonazepam sulfocone, but as usual I've taken extra to ease the process because it's not very nice. And I'm having a crack with the usual suspects, but you know, each time like I modify it a bit or I add some permutations or whatever, I just really don't want to throw up. And I'm trying to eat a little bit of food just to and just chill. Best getting on for 5, and I don't think anyone's gonna call. I don't think the police are gonna turn up to stop me dying. But there's a reasonable, depending how much the judge or you know, I mean, I do hold judges responsible. I hold judges responsible for the chaos that ends up in their courtroom. And I'm at the point where I've broken the seal on dishing some fucking disapproval back. Like, why am I here? I had a judge ask me that, like, what are you here for? It was really similar to being referred to a cardiologist several years ago. The cardiologist saying, why are you here? And I had to keep repeating more and more slowly, trying to keep the sarcasm out of my voice. I was referred by a primary care physician. He He's like, but why are you here? And I kept repeating, I was referred by a GP. And I wasn't being difficult, and I wasn't being facetious. I was trying to explain to this secondary level physician that I am not responsible for being referred to you because I can't refer myself. I go to my doctor. I tell them my problems. They make a call. He referred me to a cardiologist. I went to the appointment. It wasn't my decision. I can't make these decisions. I couldn't choose to walk into your office if I wanted to. He was such a fucking dick shriveler. I think that's better than cocksucker. He was a dick shriveler. How dare you ask a patient why they are there when you know why they're there? They've been referred. If you want to know the ultimate cause of their referral, because the proximate cause is that they've been referred, if you want to know the ultimate cause of their presentation to you, you ask the referring doctor. He was such a cunt. And I'm getting that kind of sass from court sometimes. It's like, hey, I'm not taking it. I don't want to push it with the pills. I've got I think I'm just gonna take it slow. I really want to, like, I'm pushing it. Like, I feel like I just need to, like, let it be for a while. I made the mistake again of taking Zopiclone. I took 3 Zopiclone. I should have taken Zopiclone now, which would give me the... Yeah, you fucked that up. I don't know. My big challenge is yeah, I don't think I'm up to a big challenge. I'm really worried everything's going to come up. I think there's a really good chance that I'm not going to get an arrest warrant. And that could mean that nobody's going to turn up and intervene. I don't know how much the intervention has to do with my survival. I really don't know. I got some more. Actually, I think I should take some anti-nausea pills, to be honest. I don't think my body really wants this. Oh, wow. It's like, oh, medical pomade. Yeah, I just want a little bit of medical pomade. Feeding my stomach, exactly. I haven't had a lot today. I'm not sad. I'm not lonely. I don't compute yet that if things finally go to plan, I'll be gone. Because I don't want to lose me. But there'll be no me to lose. Yeah, so I got some like toilet duct like flushing, little things. And I just want to gag at the smell. And I'm like, I don't know how to fucking swallow. They're much smaller, I thought there would be more. I don't think I can do it. The smell is like far too much like the other stuff. Okay, don't think I can. I don't think I can. I can't bring it all up. What I'm taking tonight, or what I'm managing to take tonight, because as I say, I can't push it, and I didn't anticipate that happening. I'm really good at taking pills. But I think just the grief and the shock and Emma stays evil. They should have just let me die. They brought me in to torture me. They have a responsibility to me for reversing that process and getting my stuff back into storage. And oh god, anyway, I don't feel good. But I am gonna start passing out soon, and I can't let this stuff go. Like, I keep going on, it's not about the overdose, it's about the interactions, but the interactions are more likely to take place with a higher dose. It just gives it that real, like, yeah, there's just a little bit to interact, but I want it to be big interaction. I really don't want to throw up. Like, it's autocolonus. Oh, there's another something like a fucking sleeping pill. I want to give one last push, but I'm really worried that I'm going to bring it up. And there's no way I'm swallowing one of those fucking poison things. That's all going to come up. I swear to God. I've got some isopropyl alcohol near my bed. I don't think that's going to stay down. I'm to not have any luck drowning myself last time. I probably could manage to do it this time. But I don't have this set up. And I'm thinking about just kind of waterboarding myself, just really mildly, just with like a wet face cloth. Because when I pass out, oh, yeah, I want to make sure I'm not getting enough. oxygen. Maybe drown a little bit. But if I'm really uncomfortable, I probably won't sleep. But I am very sleepy. I'm like super sleepy and I don't feel well. I don't think I'm scared, but I feel like it's gonna wake this time. Because I don't think I'm gonna get an intervention. I don't know how court-issued warrants go, but I think they're probably gonna. I think the judge will probably treat carefully. It's possible I'll get a welfare check. But if a response issued, I don't know how quickly they get executed. If I'm up and doing, it's okay, I don't care. Oh, I really want. I mean, that was that goal. I want to hit that goal, but I want to go to sleep now. I've got my key on my chain from the palms. I'm not trying to be like Madonna from 1984. It's just that it's a necklace and I wanted to wrap it around my hand, and I've written on my hand something like, it was my last home, and I'm wearing Ivan's watch, and on my bra I'm wearing Ivan's Swiss Army knife. And I feel like it's a bit like the Hunger Games, and I feel like I can't remember her name. I want to say Prey, but it's not Prey. You know, she died, and the most devoted expressions of love I ever had were from Lauren. And they were right. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way I'd ever believe anyone ever again. see this for a few.